just try going live now and then. Okay, so the preview just wasn't loading properly. Thank God. Okay, so the stream was fine the whole time. I had to actually go live to see this for some reason.
You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
It turned it on and off.
Okay. Is that working now?
I think it's more. Tufts University.
Wait, can you hear us?
Let me go back.
San Diego, California.
Keep talking, Jake.
Okay, are we live?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm just talking. Okay. Is it there? Is it there?
Yep, there we
Okay.
go. We're good. Welcome to Cousins Gymnasium on the campus of Tufts University for today's NESCAC Women's Volleyball match between your Tufts Jumbos and the Amherst Mims. I'm Riley, and alongside me is Jake Flossie. Jake, obviously, we can't start to talk about today without first talking about senior night last night and the incredible match that one was. Why don't you walk us through what we saw last night?
Yeah, so last night was probably the best volleyball match I've ever seen, Riley. It was a really tight matchup between the Williams Eafs and the Tufts Jumbos, going to 5 sets. Jumbos were down 23-20 in the 4th set, while down 2-1. They came back off of some big plays from Alina Chi to take it to a 5th set, then close out the 5th set. And what's really remarkable about that game is the Tufts Jumbos were so effective on offense. They got 74 kills last night. That is the most kills they've ever had since 2009. And the most ever, the most in the NESCAC this season. A really dominant performance from the Jumbos on the attacking front, and Tori Golden was the main star of that with 22 kills, her personal high by more than 9 kills. And she also performed well on the defense as well. She had her personal high of digs with 18 digs as well. Truly a crazy game, Riley.
Yeah, Tori Golden was everywhere last night, and she needed to be because last night was as close to must-win as you're ever going to see in Tufts Women's Volleyball. And I mean, today is very close to a must-win in that you lose today, you could find yourself outside of the playoff picture depending on how other results go. You win today, and you find yourself one result, either a win by yourselves or a loss elsewhere, from guaranteeing yourself a spot in the NESCAC tournament. Both these teams are fighting. The Jumbos currently the 7 seed, the Mammoths currently the 8 seed. Not places they're used to being. One of these teams going to walk away from here feeling a lot better about themselves. The other going to walk away having some work to do to guarantee themselves postseason action.
Yeah, we're getting started here with...
Yeah, it looks like it'll be Carly Cooper back to serve for the Mammoths. Dug up by Harrison. And that one finds the floor, Alina Chi.
She picks up right where she left off last night. Having a great performance last night, especially those last 2 sets, coming in off the quick, able to get a nice kill. Perfect play from the Jumbos to start off the game.
Claire Castor back to serve for the Jumbos. She's been a weapon there. That one, almost a free ball. Swung wide. Ooh, looked like that was going long. Castor made a play on it.
Yeah, what we'd always say in volleyball is if you can't tell, try to save it. And I think in that case, Castor couldn't quite tell, tried to go for it, unable to get on the end of it. Yeah. Unlucky for the Jumbos.
It'll be Katel Hamasaki to serve here for the Eafs. That one almost out of play. Dug up nicely by Chi. Golden. Little reverse set. That one way too long. That time, no doubt, in Claire Castor's mind.
Yep, correct call there from the Jumbos back line as they managed to capitalize on possibly a second hitting error from the Mammoths.
Harrison serve, dug up. Saved at the net by the Eafs. Cunningham with the free ball. Dug up by Farragher. And looks like might have been a net violation.
Farragher hit the net. Point for the Mammoths. It was a bit of a weird point there, as both sides were kind of just tipping it over the net, managing to keep the play alive while unable to get much on the end of that ball.
Chloe Crennan serve. Farragher hit that one hard. And it looks like
our second net violation of the game there, this time coming from the Mammoths. I believe that was Ania Thomas. But that doesn't take away that Farragher had a great hit there. She's someone that the Jumbos really need to get involved as much as possible in this game if they want to get on the end of it. I believe she's the kill leader for the Jumbos at the moment with 129 kills on the season. An impressive stat.
Dug up there. Swung wide to Golden. Doesn't get over the block. That one shanked, and it looks like a net violation on the Jumbos.
This is a crazy amount of net violations throughout the game. There's 6 points have happened, 3 net violations. This is not something you expect to see from either team.
No, it is not.
Both teams really need to fix this if they want to establish a bit of a lead. If you make errors like that, it really can cost you.
Castor gets down to dig it. Little slide, but nothing on it from Cunningham. Rasmussen. Swung wide. Golden goes and finds the floor.
Tori Golden is an impressive player for the Jumbos. As we mentioned, crazy game last night, and if she performs as well as she has in the past 4 games, where she's got double-digit kills all 4 of the last games, it'll be good for the Jumbos.
Here she is back to serve. Wide to Thomas. Thomas goes down the line, but it looks as if...
It's a net violation on Emma Heckman. That is the 4th net violation of the game, Riley. What is going on?
It's 4-4, and half of the points have been net violations.
And 3 from the Jumbos as well.
A sloppy start for sure. Castor just hammers that one in between the block.
Yeah, you got to ask a few questions about the Williams block there. They didn't get up quite fast enough and were unable to set up an effective block, so Castor was able to just hit it as hard as possible, and that's how you get good points. Well done from Claire Castor.
Oh, nice little dink over the top there.
And we're done with a great tip there, really utilizing the roll shot, which can be hard to predict as a defense, especially if you're expecting a powerful hit like we've seen from her earlier in the game.
Amherst's best server, Lizzie Papalia, back to serve. Dug up. Liu able to get it back, and then killed with authority. An absolute beast of a swing there by Emma Heckman.
Big play from Heckman there. As we mentioned, Heckman and Farragher are the 2 hitters that the Jumbos really love to go to. They have 129 and 121 kills in the season each, and if Heckman's going, if Farragher's going, it's hard to stop this Jumbos offense.
That one just a little too long for Matty Yu.
That is the 4th error of the game for the Jumbos, and that's not something when you've given up 6 points, 4 of them to errors. It is easily fixable, but it is a bad sign.
Yeah, and this is not exactly an uncommon pattern from this Jumbos team. As Farragher tries to go cross, and they say that found the ground.
That was tight, Riley. I don't know about that, but the line judges have the better angle, so...
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I can't see it because we're about 40 feet away, but that line judge is about 2 feet away. If he says it hit the ground, I kind of inclined to believe him.
For sure.
And that one also finds the line. Claire Castor just shrugs her shoulders as if to say, that was not in.
But like you said, the line judge is right there. To be fair, Castor was right there as well. But as a team, you have to move on from calls like this and just keep playing your game, try to get back in the game.
This time Castor sent that one. Looked like it was going out. Thomas saved it anyway, and they're going to get a hold there.
Yeah. That was a double hit there from the setter of Amherst, which is, again, this has been a game plagued by errors so far, and not great volleyball from either side yet. We're hoping that will change soon.
That one spun. This can be a free ball for the Jumbos. Castor, and not much on that set there. Amherst going to have to send another free ball over. This time the Jumbos set it up better. She can't do much with it. Really sloppy volleyball play. A 3rd free ball. Finally set up and saved. Great dig. And 4th time's the charm with Tori Golden.
Yeah, that was an interesting point as Amherst did a lot of great sloppy defense, but weren't able to quite get on the end of any point. And that's a testament as well to Claire Castor's excellent serve, which she's one of the top servers for the Jumbos. I believe she has 23 aces on the season, someone who the Jumbos love to see behind that serving line.
Ooh, just missed an ace there.
I think I might have jinxed her there, talking about how great her serve has been.
Yeah, I blame you, Jake.
Unfortunate error there from the Jumbos.
I blame you, Jake.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Back to serve here for the Mammoths once again is Hamasaki. That lefty serve cuts out, gives the Jumbo something to think about. She digs it back over. Golden sends it right back. That one blocked off Rasmussen. Deflects and finds the floor. A third kill for Tori Golden.
She is picked up right where she left off. Excellent play from Tori Golden, but I want to highlight there the defensive play by Lizzie Papalia off of a really tough ball at the front of the net. Golden gets a great hit off of it, but Papalia is there to keep it up. Unable to win the point, but excellent play from her.
And a rotation error on the Mammoths.
Wow.
Gonna give the Jumbos a free point. I believe that's the 6th error, 7th error.
It's definitely nearing that amount. That's not something you expect to see from college level volleyball. And we see Coach.
And they're gonna take it away as it looks as if line judge made a mistake.
Yeah.
Meg Harrison not happy as she had hit a pretty nice serve.
Yeah, Coach Val Jones there from Val Jones, sorry, from the Mammoths, noticing that her team was lined up correctly.
Thomas sends it over, dug up. Farragher tries to go cross court, way too much on it.
It's hard when the set's a bit further out and she's jumping and she has to adjust midair, and that's the case when your setter, Maddie Yu, has to do the dig. Harrison has to get the set, which isn't always as exact as you would see from a straightforward set from Maddie Yu.
This time it will be a set from Maddie Yu, and this time Farragher.
And another net violation, this time from Tiana Richardson. This is getting a bit out of hand, Riley.
It's like they need to put some sort of electric fence up there so they just don't touch it anymore.
Honestly, or just take 3 steps away from the net and just avoid this happening.
Rihanna Liu back to serve. She's been the Jumbo's best server this year. 0.56 service aces per set. Thomas with a nice hit going cross court, finds the floor.
That was an excellently placed hit. She didn't try to go for power. She didn't try to slam it, but instead, noticing a bit of a gap in the Jumbo's defense in the middle of the court, placed it excellently. Well played by Thomas.
And a substitution for the Jumbos.
Looks like an adaptation from Coach Cora Thompson, noticing that the Jumbo serve receive and their defense hasn't been great, so they put in DePonte Pinero, an excellent defender.
Yeah, she's a defensive specialist for a reason. Golden comes right back. This time she finds the floor, make it 4 for Tori Golden.
Excellent play from the Jumbos there. They took advantage of a free ball, were able to set up a nice play there, and as DePonte Pinero was going to get in the front row, they put Castor back in. Makes sense.
Really smart substitution there by Coach Cora Thompson. Golden with a nice serve. Drop Rasmussen to her knee. She hits that one hard. Dug up by Chi. Good block there from the Mammoths. Harrison alert to the hit on 2. Dumped over, and that'll find the floor after a couple diving attempts.
That dump from Carly Cooper was a play that she loves to run. She's got 35 kills in the season, which is nearly unheard of for a setter.
Yeah.
The Jumbo's top setter dumper, for lack of a better term, Rihanna Liu, has 19. So almost double the amount of kills. Crazy play from Carly Cooper.
And a great save by the Mammoths. Harrison sets it up. Perfect feed, and absolutely demolished by Cora Cunningham.
And that is why the slide play is so effective. It puts the block off the guard, so Cunningham's able to get a powerful hit out on that right side. Smart play from the Jumbos.
And it looks as if, not going to do it yet. I wouldn't be surprised, Jake, if the Jumbos win this point if Coach Val Jones calls the timeout. You don't want to let Tori Golden get on a service run.
True, and we just saw Renee Liu sub in as the new setter for the Mammoths. An interesting play from Coach Val Jones.
Cunningham to Chi. A lot of work she gave Castor, just too much.
Another substitution, but that looks like just taking defensive specialist Caitlin Hamalski off and putting back Chidera and Guadam, powerful hitter for the Mammoths.
Thomas put some juice on that serve. Nice slide play again, killed by Heckman.
Heckman smart with her hit there. She saw the block wasn't quite set up perfectly. You should have your hands facing in, but as Nguadam was still going up, her hands were facing a bit off. Heckman spots that, plays it off the block. Smart play from Emma Heckman.
And a great service ace there from Cora Cunningham as the Jumbos, after having been frigid cold for a couple weeks, are starting to heat up here in Cousins.
Definitely. You can see the energy is just flowing through the team as the bench is getting hyped, the players are getting hyped. That's what you love to see. Great momentum source for the Jumbos.
Another great serve. Ooh, and a missed opportunity. That is an unforced error from Emma Heckman.
You start to wonder if the excitement was getting a bit to them there, as the ball was a bit further off the net than it might need to be in order to get a kill like that. It might have been better just to keep the ball alive, get a good free ball going, and set up a good play.
It was a free ball for all intents and purposes. Easily had the opportunity to set something up. This time Castor just too much on it.
She plays it off the block though, getting the point for the Jumbos.
Yeah, it did hit the block. I didn't see that on the first glance.
It was definitely a small contact.
Looks like Heckman will be back to serve. Dug up nicely. Blocked by Heckman. Gets it right back. Hammers that one off the net. Great dig by Harrison. Heckman with velocity. Comes right back. Castor finds the floor.
So Coach Corey Thompson's made an interesting decision here. Normally, when Heckman comes back to serve, they sub on Maddie Yu and Riley Farragher. In this case, she leaves Heckman on, lets her serve, but the real reason she does it is so Heckman can hit from the backcourt. Heckman is a powerful hitter for the Jumbos, and we saw them go to her twice. The first time, she doesn't quite get the kill. Second time, forces a free ball that Castor can pounce on. Smart coaching from Corey Thompson to throw a different look at the Mammoths to catch them a bit off guard.
Yeah, and I mean, I think adaptation has to be a big key for the Jumbos. We saw a little bit of it last night, but when things aren't working, when you're struggling to close out games, when you're struggling to close out sets, sometimes changing things up strategically is a major necessity. We've seen Coach Thompson at times be unwilling to make substitutions, make changes to her philosophy. Here today, she's making them, and so far they've been paying off.
Yeah, the DePonte Pinheiro sub, while not making a massive impact, still short of that Jumbo's defense. And then the switch to having Heckman serve is something I haven't seen in the games we've watched here at Cousins, but an interesting adaptation that seems to be working so far.
Yeah, just looking at the stats for Emma Heckman. I mean, obviously, just like she doesn't serve, has no service errors, no service aces, so looks as if this might be her first time serving all season.
Yeah, and as a freshman, her first time serving here at Cousins.
Yeah.
Doing well so far.
And as I say that, there is a service error.
I gotta stop talking about serving. The second time I've hyped a server up and they've had a service error.
Yeah, you really gotta stop doing that, dude.
Yeah. And now we see you and Farragher checking in. The one disadvantage of keeping Lou on when Heckman is serving is Lou's in the front row, and she's not short, but she's definitely doesn't have the height that Farragher has to block up at the net. So having Farragher back on will be a welcome sight for the Jumbos in that front row.
Golden with the dig, and killed by Alina Chi.
They love to run that quick one to Chi from you. You was crazy impressive at getting sets like that off of not perfect passes. Like, she had to step back, she had to change her adjustment, and still managed to get a perfect set out to Alina Chi. Excellent play from Maddie Yu.
And this time they are going to get a rotation violation on the Amherst Mammoths.
If this is called back, Claire Castor will be very upset, because that serve was
That was a service ace regardless.
Yeah.
And you're going to see Coach Thompson get upset if they call this one back, I'd expect. And what's the call?
It looks like they're upholding it.
They're going to give the Jumbos the point.
Yeah. Coach Val Jones is not happy about that for the Mammoths.
That one dug by Cunningham. Set play down the middle. Good block. You with a nice set. Golden can't get it past the block, but that's going to have to be a free ball. And this time, Riley Farragher finds the block, which finds the floor.
Yeah, the block from Williams hasn't quite hit its stride yet. Sorry, Amherst. The block from Amherst has not quite hit its stride yet so far this game. We'll be hoping for that to get a bit stronger for the rest of this game.
Oh, a nice slide play there. Killed beautifully for the Mammoths by Chandran.
What we've noticed about the Mammoths so far is they're very smart with their hits. They place the hits well, and they use the block to their advantage. We haven't seen them have that many powerful kills like we might see from a Riley Farragher or Emma Heckman, but we've seen them just be really smart with how they place the ball and using the block, using gaps in the Jumbo's defense to their advantage. And again, we see DePonte Pinheiro coming in, hoping to close those gaps in the Jumbo defense.
Low serve, dug up nicely by Golden. Saved. Great dig there by Thomas. Golden gets another kill.
Thomas unable to get to that second ball, as that was very, very hard, but got to give the props to her.
Hey, Jake, I'm going to call something right now. If this one goes 5 sets like last night did, Tori Golden's breaking that record she set last night.
I think that's a reasonable prediction, Riley.
That's a service ace there. And the Jumbos suddenly find themselves 4 points away from taking this first set.
Yeah, impressive run from the Jumbos. I won't be surprised if we see another timeout called by Coach Val Jones of the Mammoths.
Another great serve, another ace for Megan Harrison.
Excellent from the serving line today. Well played by Megan Harrison, and here is that timeout.
And speak of the devil, timeout, Amherst. I mean, that's a run if I've ever seen one.
For sure. Pulling ahead to an 8-point lead here, 2 points away from taking the first set. Riley, you mentioned earlier that the Jumbos have not won a game where they've lost the first set until last night, and they'll be hoping that they don't have to worry about doing that today by winning the first set today and closing out these last 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, I have that stat. I have another one for you, which is since the start of the 2022 season, so since the start of last season, the Jumbos have only lost one time in which they've won the first set. So if you win this set, you got to be feeling really good.
For sure. And with the way they've been able to close out games, haven't been perfect so far. They've struggled a bit to pull ahead and end the game effectively. They'll be really hoping they can do that today and get this set. It's just 2 points. With Harrison serving in the form she is, they'll be hoping to get maybe another service ace or at least a tough receive from the Mammoths, but we'll see as Harrison lines back up to serve.
That one had some velocity, drove Thomas all the way back. Jumps from behind the 10-foot line. Maddie Yu with the set wide. Farragher pushes it. Good save there by Harrison. And make it 6 for Tori Golden.
She is in incredible form right now. Again, we talked about the Amherst team having smart hits. That was a very, very smart hit from Tori Golden. Doing a bit of the roll shot again, setting it so the block has no chance of getting it, and the defense has very little chance of getting it either.
That one deep. Thomas able to save it. Yu sets that one on a platter, but a little too much for Cunningham to do anything with it.
Yeah, Megan Harrison's serving very smartly. She's putting it toward the outside hitter from the Mammoths where she can't get a great run-up because she has to pass it first.
Yeah, I mean, normally you would see, oftentimes the Jumbos with someone like Thomas, as that one almost ended the set, instead hit the line judge, would maybe rotate out an outside hitter as powerful as Thomas when they got to the back row. Mammoths keep her in, and as a result, the Jumbos were able to find that weakness to take advantage of it. Changren back to serve. Yu. Saved by Harrison. Thomas dug up by Harrison. How about 7? No, good dig there from the Mammoths. Wide to Rasmussen, and it looked as if that hit the pin. The Jumbos will take the first set. Had to be sure after the number of times the line judge has changed his mind to this set. Jumbos take the first set. Your thoughts, Jake?
I thought that it was definitely started off messy. I mean, we saw, 8 errors in that first 20 points or so, but that definitely slowed down as we didn't see any net violations in this second half of the set, which is nice to see. And the Jumbos were able to capitalize off of Amherst not quite having the block set up as well as they may want it to be. Smart play from the Jumbos, and their hitters are getting going. Golden particularly.
All right, we'll take a short break. Be right back with you if start second set. Welcome back here to Cousins Gymnasium on the campus of Tufts University. Start of the second set. I mean, you want to talk? Let's talk about some players that we've had our eyes on from the start. And I mean, you mentioned her defensively, but I'll mention her as a server in Lizzie Papalia for the Mammoths. 0.39 service aces per set, and an incredible 18-2 ratio of service aces to service errors. That is an almost unfathomable 9-to-1 ratio.
I've never seen a ratio that solid. An impressive server, Papalia. Another player I want to point out that is actually not here tonight, and an absence that is sorely missed from the Mammoths, that is Kinsey Cronin. She's got 39 blocks in the season. I believe that's like 10 more than anyone else in the team, but she's not playing tonight. So that's definitely, we talked about the Amherst block not quite being as good as we expect it to be, and that's probably a large reason why they're missing their best blocker.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll talk about underclassmen a little bit. The two leading hitters in terms of kills, in terms of efficiency for these two teams, Emma Heckman and Charlotte Rasmussen, both underclassmen. So these teams got bright futures as Claire Castor winds up. That one blocked over. That can't get past the Jumbo's block. Goldie with a nice dig. Set on a platter for Alina Chi.
And they start right where they left off with those quicks to Alina Chi. Madayu and Chi seeming to have a telepathic connection as to where Chi wants the ball, where Yu's going to put it. They almost always are perfect.
Yeah, it kind of feels like if the Jumbos can get a nice block to Madayu on two, it's over. What a block by Chi and Farragher as the Jumbos starting to put it on here in Medford.
These were not points that were close. These are two dominant points from the Jumbos, which they're loving to see so far.
You with another great serve. I don't know what Amherst was doing, but that's an ace.
That is Keely Maurice there at number 9, a freshman who hasn't seen much playing time. You start to wonder if that's just a little bit of nerves coming in so far in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, Amherst, they're not loving the way they're playing right now. It takes a lot of frustration from a coach to call a timeout 3 points into a set. But
yeah, just quick correction for myself. Maurice is a sophomore, not a freshman. But yeah, you wonder what is going through the Mammoths' head as they just lost a set that was somewhat close, but the Jumbos definitely pulled away the end. But to start off with 3 emphatic points that really the Mammoths weren't in for much of the set, much of the points, you start to worry as a Mammoths fan, and understandably so. Val Jones calls a timeout.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Jumbos we saw for the last 3 weeks looked unlike any Jumbos team that this program has had in the last 20 years. The Jumbos we've seen in the last 4 sets might look better than any Jumbos team I've seen in my 3 years on campus.
It's been a great swing in form as they're hitting their form right at the time they need to be if they want to, as you mentioned, get in that SCAT tournament and get a hopefully more favorable spot than they are right now.
Maurice with a dig. Great save by Harrison. Almost finding the floor was Tori Golden, but a good block by Maurice.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell if that hit the net or hit the block, but
I think it hit both, to be honest.
Probably, but the Mammoths will take whatever points they can get at this point.
Back to serve for the Mammoths is Hamasaki. With that lefty serve, the reverse spin messed with Harrison a little bit. Golden gets that one over the block, not much on it. And a great kill there by Charlotte Rasmussen.
She is a player that the Mammoths need to get going if they want to stay in this game. They want to compete with the Jumbos' impressive kills. She's on 118 kills this season, leading the team. Strong player out there on that right side.
And a poor dig there by Tori Golden, and the Mammoths have evened up the set, so very good timeout by Val Jones.
Yeah, it seems like it worked. They've reset their momentum. Volleyball is a key momentum game where it's very much mental, and if you can just take a minute, breathe, and get yourself settled again, it can change the course of the game.
Pushed wide, Farragher dumps it. Looked like it might have been a double. And a nice kill again from Rasmussen going cross court. And that's a really tough shot for a righty to hit, going back to your right with a ball that's on your right shoulder.
Excellent play from Rasmussen. Like you said, that's impressive to be able to get that hit off. Shows why she is one of the top hitters for the Mammoths.
Alina Chi says enough of that run, kills it with authority.
And there's that quick one to Alina Chi that we talked about earlier. And the Mammoths haven't been able to respond to it as much as they'd like. And you start to wonder if that's the absence of their key middle blocker coming in there.
Castor back to serve at 4-4. That one dug up Pozalia, and that's going to be a carry.
Yeah, and that's where the younger, less experienced setter could have some impact there.
Oh, a nice serve by Castor. Great diving save. Alina Chi couldn't get it over the block that time. Wide to Farragher, who does get it over the block.
I'd say more like into the block. It kind of just fell down with the block, which not as quite as pretty as, say, a kill that slams down, but it's a point, and the Farragher will take that kill.
Castor goes cross-court a little too much on that.
I believe that's her second service error of the game. Unfortunate from Castor as she subs off for DePoncia Pinheiro.
Back to serve
Coach
here.
Corey Thompson choosing to stick with this strategy of putting DePoncia Pinheiro in the back row. Castor's normally a great defensive presence, but Thompson's clearly liking what she's seeing from DePoncia Pinheiro.
Golden with a nice set. Farragher on the slide. Great dig, but they can't keep it in.
You got to respect the hustle there from Carly Cooper, but unable to quite get on it. When a hit from Violet Farragher goes that hard, it's hard to respond to.
I don't think there is a better offensive play in the NESCAC than the slide from Maddie Yu to Riley Farragher. Harrison with another nice serve. And net violation
As a double hit on the set, yes. It appears that the Mammoths are playing a little bit odd with their setter. They're trying a couple different setters at the same time, and that's leading to some complication as Cooper comes back to set again.
That one pushed wide to Rasmussen, but she can't put it inside the pin.
The Jumbos love to give a bit of the line hit, allow hitters to try that really tough hit, but to get across their body with their right arm. And in that case, Rasmussen gets a little bit too far across herself, hitting it out of bounds.
Ooh, Harrison had a little bit of topspin on that, almost got the services, instead the error.
And that is the risk of playing a serve like that can be either an instant kill or an error. Unfortunate from Harrison.
Maurice back to serve for the first time today, and a little too much excitement as that goes long. And checking back in for the Jumbos, the two we talked about a lot in the first set, Emma Heckman and Rihanna Liu. We
mentioned earlier Thompson having Heckman go out to serve, but makes sense that Liu would come in to serve instead of Ferrer, as Liu is arguably their best server.
Kind of makes sense. That one set a little too close to the net, and that'll be a net violation on Cooper.
A little confused by that, because that looked like it might have been a plane violation from Heckman as Cooper's set gets blocked, and that's what Cooper seems to be asking about.
I think it was a plane violation. However, to me, it looks as if Cooper had made contact with the net prior to the plane violation.
They're replaying the point.
They're going to replay the point. So back to 10-6. Back to serve again is Rihanna Liu. Cooper sets that one, pushing it, dug up on the hit from Rasmussen by Harrison. Heckman gets it down and finds the floor.
Some great scrappy defensive attempts there from the Mammoths, but they're unable to quite pop it up high enough to get it over the net. Heckman smartly places it in a spot that is hard to deal with for the Mammoths.
Yeah, that's maturity, not to go for power there, just to place that. That one mishit. Great save by Papalia, free ball over. Leo sets it wide, Tori Golden blasts that one. Rasmussen tried to save it, sent it into the camera well. And Tori Golden will have kill number 7.
Yeah, she hasn't quite gotten as much involved in this set as she had in the past set, but if she can keep firing like that, the Jumbos will definitely start to pull away more than they already have.
Liu puts that serve back. Not much the Amherst Mammoths could do with that. A poor set there from Cooper.
That's a hard one to deal with when it's set like that. At that point, it might be better just to do a down ball standing instead of trying to get the jump on that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you'd rather not just give away the point. Liu pushes that one deep. Cooper sets it. Rasmussen cuts in. Nice little dink over the wall. Gets a top of the block and finds the floor.
That's one of the first Amherst kills we've seen in a little while. They've been unable to quite get their hitters going as much as they'd like them to. And now Rasmussen is in the back row, so it's not looking good. But we'll see what Ngadam can do.
Liu, not much the Jumbos could do, and that's the part that struggles with that rotation. When you have Dipinsier Pinheiro on the back row, she doesn't have the ability to really swing through the way that a Tori Golden might. This time, Liu pushes wide. Golden finds the floor.
And Golden's got a great job getting herself more involved in these past few points. That's her second kill, and I think 3 points. As Castor checks back in the front row, and Golden is back to serve.
Yeah, I mean, Tori Golden just having herself another phenomenal day. That serve a little too much on it.
Every time we hype up a player, they make a service error. So
yeah.
Well, let's try not to hype up the servers. So we will not talk
guess,
about
what Tori Golden's hitting
right
percentage is today.
0.35.
0.368.
Oh, that is impressive. A 0.2 hitting percentage is really a solid baseline. Anything above that's pretty good. A 0.36 is nearly unheard of. Impressive from Tori Golden.
Crazy thing is, she's not even the Jumbos leading inefficiency. That would be Alina Chi at .444.
Yeah, and that's more common for a middle. As they get less sets, they get less opportunities to get hits, and when they do, they're generally better opportunities. But for an outside to hit .368 is really unheard of.
Yeah, it's pretty much, I mean, as you said, pretty much all of Alina Chi's hits have been on that quick one from Meta-U. That one goes low, gives the Jumbos a free ball. Liu sets that, and a great block there by the Mammoths.
That is well read from Amherst, as the Jumbos win the stack play with having both hitters in the middle. That should mess up the block, but possibly Chi's jump wasn't quite as convincing as it could have been, as the Mammoths read and see it's going to Heckman.
Cooper's serve set on a platter, and an absolute hammer kill by Emma Heckman.
And nothing the Mammoths can do about that one. Heckman going with full power right into a player, and sometimes the hardest ones to get are the ones that go right to your chest.
Yeah.
And
well,
really,
I think that one was even tougher because it went right at her face.
Yeah, true, even harder.
Heckman is serving here again. Dug up by Golden. Liu pushes it wide, Caster dumps it across. Good dig to the back row. Coming with authority is Heckman, saved, and a great play coming across there to block that was Shanren.
That was senior Shanren, who's really smart there. The net reads that Caster's going to go for the tip, and she makes a great play off of it. We saw Heckman serving again. They keep going to her in the back row, but are unable to pull it off. Not quite sure. It looks like
substitution problems logistically for the Jumbos. Gonna make them redo the substitutions. Yu and Farragher in, and that'll be Heckman and Liu out. So now that she's back in the front row, Coach Thompson wants Riley Farragher back in the game.
Of course. And really, who wouldn't want Riley Farragher in their front row? I think any team in the NESCAC would take Riley Farragher in their front row.
Great dig by Harrison. Farragher gets it over. And sent long by Rasmussen. The hustle play, the Jumbos come out on top.
And that's a real missed opportunity for Rasmussen there. The block wasn't set up, and she had really a free hit. I think he might have gotten a bit too excited on it and tried to get a high power to hit when she probably could have just hit it further down to try to get an easier kill.
Cooper sets that one. Dump saved by Golden, pushed wide. Farragher goes cross court for the kill.
And Farragher swinging. The Jumbos pull another point back. We saw, okay, timeout from Val Jones. We saw the Mammoths go for what Alina Chi and Mata-U have done so well this game. Do the quick one to the middle, this time to Shanren. And it works pretty well, but Tori Golden makes a great hustle play to keep it alive. And if you set Farragher, it's likely to be a kill.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Amherst, I'm looking at the scoreboard right now, and I'm thinking, this is kind of do or die time, because the way the Jumbos are playing, you go 2 sets down, it's pretty much match over.
Definitely, and like you said, a 2-set lead is not insurmountable, but very challenging. And you start to wonder if fatigue might start to play a role in this Jumbo team, because like we said, they had 5 sets last night. They had the same starters playing most of the game, and they're still playing here, like Golden, Farragher, Heckman.
Yeah.
They want to end this game soon, so they don't have to get them playing longer than
I actually think that if it were to go 1-1, you would see squad rotation. If it goes 2-0, I don't think you see it, because I think Coach Thompson says, we're going to win this in 3, we're going to do it right now.
I think that's a really good take. If this game goes longer, you start to worry about the legs and just having to jump so often for those front row players like Farragher, like Golden, like Heckman, like Chi. But if they can just close out in 3, the Jumbos will be happy, as they don't have to exert too much more on their star players.
Claire Caster back to serve here for the Jumbos.
But who we will not hype up at all.
Crowd really filling in here to Cousins on family weekend.
Yeah, it's a fun atmosphere in family weekend. Having all the parents here to cheer on the teams makes it a lot more fun at the games.
Caster sends it over. Cooper with a nice set, blocked by Chi!
Alina Chi knows that play. She knows the quick one and reads it like a book.
It's her play, so of course she knew it.
Well done from Alina Chi.
Pushed wide. Rasmussen tried to go cross court, couldn't get around it.
And that's where a block can get in a player's head. Chi's been solid from that blocking line, and Rasmussen saw Farragher and Chi had a great block up, tried to vary her hit a bit, and is unable to
Yeah, the Jumbo
do it
switched
as
the block
much.
there. The previous couple of times, as that's an ace there with a bit of a roll from Claire Castor.
Nothing you can do as the Mammoth defense in a case like that. That's, to be honest, a bit lucky for Claire Castor, but they'll
She'll
take
take
that
it.
every day of the week.
This Jumbo's 4 points away from a second set. Same spot, same result.
That serve is one she loves to play. To the tight sideline, it's really hard to get on that, especially with the pace it's dropping at. Claire Castor.
And you don't have anything you can
excellent serve.
do with it because your really only option is just try to get under it. That sends a free ball back across, and you do that, the Jumbos are going to kill it.
It's really hard to get around it to pop it up into the middle to your setter.
Make it
And
three.
Another ace from Claire Castor.
Can she serve out the set?
We'll see. She's breaking our curse and was hyping up a player, then them serving the error. Hopefully that doesn't happen now. Oh my
Jake,
god.
you are banned
I
from
need to
talking
stop
about
talking.
servers. Just
Yeah.
Not again. Claire Castor's going to watch this back and be like, I just need Jake to not come to my games anymore.
Yeah, honestly. That seems like a good strategy.
Chandran back to serve for the Mammoths. Set wide, Farragher gets it over the block, miscommunication, and the Jumbos have set point.
And that's where sometimes trying to make a reflex play can keep it alive, but also can throw off your entire defense as the ball pops up. Entire Amherst defense pushes forward, ball drops behind them, nothing they can do. Communication error from the Mammoths.
Meg Harrison punches that serve. Cooper with the set. Try to go over on two. Jumbos are ready. Tori Golden dumps it over. Mammoths able to save it. Block from the back row. Swung wide. Farragher with another block. Rasmussen gets it over with a nice roll shot.
Great adaptation from Rasmussen. She's seen that the block has been strong on that right side. And in the past, we've seen her try to do other adaptations and not succeed. But in that time, she rolls it excellently. Really hard for the Jumbos to adapt to that.
Set there from Farragher, pushed wide, Tori Golden, and that's your set.
And Golden finishes the set how she started off with some powerful kills. Not quite as prolific as she was last set, but still excellent play from Tori Golden as the Jumbos take the second set.
Absolutely dominant second set from the Jumbos. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes as the Jumbos look to close it out. Welcome back here to Cousins. One substitution for the Jumbos we get set for the third set. It'll be Brittany Bennett in for Corey Cunningham. This substitution we've seen a good amount this season. Jake, I mean, you think it's just for fresh legs?
I think so. The middles for the Jumbos are all quite solid. Like, I don't feel like there's much of a drop-off between them. Having Bennett come in for Cunningham, I don't think will make much of a difference in the quality of play we see. And as we mentioned, 5 sets last night, Corey Cunningham played all 5. Maybe just giving her a bit of a break, allowing some new legs for those blocks in the middle.
As the Jumbos starting to think about their maybe evening plans, we'll remind you all, JumboCast doesn't stop after this. We still got live action from Bello as men's soccer playing Bates currently. And of course, 6:30, you know where I'll be, Jake.
Of course, you'll be at Ellis Oval watching.
I will be at Ellis Oval watching the
Tufts.
Wesleyan Tufts game under the lights for only the 3rd time in the last 60 years.
Yeah, wow.
As Cooper back to serve for the Mammoths. Golden with a dig. Great set by Maddie Yu, and Castor finds the floor.
Maddie Yu is impressive at getting bad passes or not great passes and managing to get a good set off of it. She sets Castor up perfectly there off of what was really a tricky play. Smart and well done from Maddie Yu.
Yeah, if Maddie Yu's not first team on SCAC, I'm going to have a bit of an issue with the voters. That one's pushed wide. Great dig, but the second attempt is killed there by Naguadan.
You can only ask for so much from your libero there. She makes a great play off of Nguadam's hit, but unable to get the second one.
Yeah, and that's almost where you kind of wish you can get the block set up faster. Because you know the libero is not going to be able to get up and dig it a second time, where a block might be able to save that point. What a set there by Maddie Yu, just to give the Jumbos a chance. Pushed wide, and finding the floor there is McLaughlin.
That was a great hit from McLaughlin, a face we haven't seen so far in this game.
No, a bunch of faces we haven't seen so far, as it'll be Bailey Reed back to serve here in the 3rd set for the Mammoths. Great serve. Oh, and a missed opportunity for Channerin, as that was a free ball and a half.
That's unfortunate for Chan. That's a play that you love to see as a middle. When the ball comes up at that level, it really sets up an easy hit. But I think Chahan got a bit excited there, trying to get on it, unable to do so.
Harrison with a nice serve, forces Reed all the way back. Pushed wide. McLaughlin tried to go cross court, blocked up. Farrier almost found the floor. Great dive by Cooper. Free ball for the Jumbos. You almost looked like it was a quick one. Dug up by Harrison. Second dig by Maddie Yu. Somehow this play is still alive. McLaughlin sends it over. Maddie Yu to Riley Farrier, and that'll finish the point in style.
That was some excellent defense from both sides there. As my good friend Jordan Burke likes to say, scrappy defense wins points. And in that case, it doesn't quite win the point there for the Mammoths, but the tough scrappy defense keeps the point alive and gets them the point.
Cooper, great set. Rasmussen with authority.
And that's where some tricky plays there, moving Rasmussen into the middle and having her up against a slightly different group of blockers gets some good options for the Mammoth hitters.
Champion back to serve. Pushes that one wide on Tori Golden. Harrison sets it for Golden, and that is kill number 10 for Tori Golden.
And that's where a possible issue of making substitutions, like putting, for example, a player like Sophie Reed in, where she hasn't gotten quite set up with Rasmussen yet in the block. They don't push their block close up together, and Golden plays it well off of that.
Brianna Liu back to serve for the Jumbos. Dug up. Cooper able to save it. Somehow saved twice by the defensive specialist, but it finds the floor for the Mammoths.
Yeah, only so much you can do there on the defense when a play is really in a state where it's near impossible to save.
Liu sets it wide. Golden with a kill. Stop me if you've heard that one before.
I believe that is her 11th kill of the game.
Unbelievable.
Only halfway to her number from last night, though. But
Yeah.
if she gets up to 14, she'll have broken her up until last night season record.
What's crazy is she could have a more impressive performance today, but just not break the record because it only goes 3 sets.
Yeah. But this set is looking closer. It's 5-5 right now. Golden, as we mentioned, is now on her 5th game in a row of double-digit kills. That is an insane run of form. As Allegra Eam checks in for Tori Golden, putting a different defensive specialist in for the outside hitter.
McLaughlin back to serve here. Great dig by Harrison. Heckman down the line. McGuadam, and a great save by Castor. Pushed wide, Heckman tried to go cross court. Looked like there might have been a plane violation. And it'll be Jumbo's point. They're going to count 4.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the Jumbos got away with one, as it looked like Emma Heckman committed a plane violation there.
I don't know. I think she pulled her hand back in time. I'm slightly confused by the call from the referees as well, as it seems Val Jones is confused, asking Captain Carly Cooper to figure out the issue. The down judge is coming over to talk to the up judge to figure out what exactly the call was and explain Coach Val Jones's conflict with the call.
Yeah, this is not the first time we've seen a lengthy conversation between judges today.
Yeah, and we'll see what the ruling is.
And they're sticking with the call on the floor, it looks like. So that'll be Jumbo's point. It looks pretty clear that there were 4 hits. The question is, what happened prior to that? That serve pushed back. Great save by Liu coming across. And Castor finds the floor.
And we mentioned Alina Chi being able to read her play from the Mammoths. Rihanna Wu just read her play to set her dump from Cooper. So we see a substitution coming in for the Mammoths. They're taking Rasmussen off and putting Mia Nakamura on, putting a defensive specialist on for the right side hitter.
Bennett back to serve. That one with some velocity. Cooper gonna push it wide and sent long there.
And Guadam unable to get on the end of that in a way that she would hope to do. And that, I don't think, is on the hitter. The set was a bit too far out. It's hard to get the hit you want to get when the set is too far away from you.
Another great serve by Bennett. Pushes the Mammoths back again. Same play, same result. This time, she with a block.
This time, I think the set was a bit too far back. And Guadam unable to get as close to that as she'd like, and the block reads it perfectly. And understandably, a timeout call from Val Jones if the Jumbos have gone on a 4-point straight.
Yeah, and I'm just going to take a look here. Alina Chi, a block and a half now. That was prior to that, so make it 2 blocks on the day for Alina Chi, the Jumbos' leading blocker, 5th in the NESCAC coming into this weekend, and she shows why. Her ability, really, we've seen it all day. The Jumbos have been so good at, when the Mammoths run that slide either to the left or going cross, pushing the block wide, giving them the shot down the line, and basically daring them to pull it perfectly.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen the Mammoths able to hit that that line ball much at all. It's really a great adaptation for the Jumbos, and something they've done most of the season, but to varying successes. We've seen teams like Wesleyan, like UC Santa Cruz, able to hit down those lines and really punish the Jumbos for this style, but the Mammoths haven't yet been able to do it.
I remember very well because of the amount of times the Jumbos got killed on line balls. But this time, what they're doing is they're making it so it has to be a pull shot. They're not giving them the ability to hit it straight. You're going to have to kind of almost turn on it down the line.
And that's a very hard thing to do.
Bennett with another great serve. That's an ace.
Yeah, just a little bit of a situation where Allie McLaughlin in the defense for the Mammoths couldn't quite tell whether she's going to set it or pass it, and was somewhat in between.
That time too much from Bennett, but a good service run from her. And the Jumbos have opened up some daylight in this third set. And, I mean, this is kind of do or die time, and it's no surprise that now the Mammoths turn to Lizzie Papalia, their leading server in terms of aces, as Val Jones once again seems to have a question for the referees.
Yeah, not quite sure what the issue was there, but Papalia serves.
Liu, and a nice little push shot there by Alina Chi.
We've seen the Madayu to Alina Chi combination work that's so well so far. Now the Rihanna Wu to Alina Chi combination works just as well.
Yeah, she adjusted to Amherst's adjustment. Amherst was expecting the push on 2, but came in because that's what they had seen before. Instead, Chi just pushes it far. And that time, a beautiful play by Rihanna Liu.
So, we talked about having Heckman back to serve, puts Liu in the front row. That allows her to have such a better center jump opportunity because she can jump at the net without getting a plane violation. She does it perfectly there, and that is one of the benefits of running this slightly different system that they're running today.
Heckman back to serve again, perfectly placed on the line, dug up. That one's an easy ball. Castor able to save it on a poor set. Great dive, keeps it alive. Papalia with the save on the dig. Castor sends it straight up. Liu pushes it. Castor comes across for the kill.
So Emma Heckman is not a defensive player. She is an attacking player, but with her in the back row on the serve, she is relied upon to make a few defensive plays. And in that play, she makes a great response to a Mammoth's hit and keeps the play alive. Well done from Emma Heckman.
Cooper pushes it wide, and Guadam tries to get it over, dug up nicely. Little slide play, but she can't get it over the block.
Yeah, I think a lot of the issues we've seen coming from the Mammoths have just been off of some rather poor serve receives. Cooper's having to run all over the court to try to get a set up, and the sets haven't been great to Ngoam, and it just, they got the point off of this one, but I haven't seen a kill that really makes me freak out as much as I have from the Jumbos, except for a few from Rasmussen.
Cooper sends it long, dug up, and then sent line and killed with authority.
Speaking of kill that makes me freak out, Castor with a powerful slam on that side as Golden checks back in for him.
And Claire Castor back to serve. You get the feeling that Amherst got to stop the bleeding about now if they want any chance of staying in this match. Rasmussen comes across, blocks by Chi and Farrier.
And it's hard to get a good hit down if the block is working as well as it has. You mentioned Chi's blocking has been great this season, and it continues in this game.
Yeah, though there was a bit, that set wasn't the best because it only gave Rasmussen one chance, and that was to go cross court. It's really easy to block when you know exactly what the hit's going to be. From the back row, McLaughlin gets it up, dug up nicely there by Castor. Farrier gets it down. Golden finds the floor.
And yet again, a poor serve receive leads to a poor ball over. Castor makes a great save off of it, and the Jumbos are able to get the point. The Mammoths really need to pick up their serve receive if they want to stay in this game.
And that's not going to help. A service ace for Claire Castor.
This time not just a poor pass, a full-on error from the Mammoths defense. That is not good.
Castor gets that one down. Cooper going to set it wide. Nguam comes across, blocked by Golden, and a double.
Castor is placing the serve really effectively. This time she didn't do it, but mostly she's aiming for Rasmussen in that corner because she is technically in the front row right now. She's a hitter. So that takes out one of the hitting options and arguably the best hitting option for the Mammoths. As Val Jones has another query with the referee.
Yeah, she seems to think her rotation is slightly different than what it is. She's trying to make sure her players aren't sure of who's in the front row, who's in the back row.
Yeah, Cooper again going over to the up ref to clarify what is happening and reporting back to her coach.
But that's all well and dandy, but if you can't get a clean serve receive, it's not going to matter.
Nope, not at all. The Jumbos have now an 11-point lead. This game was 5-5. It's now 18-7. That's a 13 to 2-point run for the Jumbos.
Yeah. It's kind of like the run we saw last night at the end of that fourth set, beginning of the fifth set.
Yeah, they really kept the momentum going in this game, which is a big question I had, and they have answered it with emphasis.
Pushed wide into Guadom. That one's out. And
Castor still makes a great effort for it, though, but smartly noticing the ball was going out and pulls her arms back.
Yeah, really smart play. Timeout, Coach Jones.
You start
Amherst.
to wonder whether it will make an impact at this point.
I think this is, you don't want to get accused of not doing everything. And so you're going to use the timeout. You've got to use it or lose it, and she doesn't want to lose it.
Coach Val Jones is a very experienced coach. He's got 25 years in coaching, including 6 years as a head coach of a Division I school down in Georgia. This is her third year at Amherst, and she's yet to make an NCAA tournament. Amherst hoping to do that this year, but this result is unlikely to help them in that pursuit.
Yeah, and this result kind of opens things up for the Jumbos. You've got to start wondering now. I mean, obviously, it would be beyond unlikely for them to get home games like they did last year. But if they can make it to an SCAC final, do they have a good enough resume that they could get an at-large bid? A win this dominantly will surely help.
Yeah, and they have beaten Trinity, Texas, who I believe is ranked number 11 in the ABCA poll, as well as losses to Emory and Wesleyan, who are two teams quite high ranked up as well.
And UC Santa Cruz.
They're also receiving votes. The Jumbos do have two slightly weaker NESCAC opponents for the rest of the season, so they'll hope to get 2 wins off of that to propel them further up the NESCAC standings.
Castor, just a beautiful service ace. And the Jumbos are 5 points away.
Excellent serve. I will refrain from complimenting it further due to my past history in this game.
That one put on a platter, set up nicely, but sent long by Naguadam, and suddenly the wheels are falling off for the Mammoths.
Again, the serve receive wasn't great, forcing a bit of an off-kilter hit from the middle back row, which Naguadam is unable to get over it as much as she'd like to.
Castor lobs that one. Mammoths did not seem to be expecting it. Rasmussen, nice roll shot.
And that's what happens when you finally get a good serve receive. They get a good serve receive, they get a good set going, and Rasmussen's able to utilize it effectively as DePoncia Pinero checks in for Castor yet again.
Bailey Reed going to check in for the Mammoths, back to serve. Golden somehow saves that one. Gets it back herself, hit Harrison in the face. Gets the set from you, but can't do much with it. That one blocked. Guess who again? It's Chi and it's Farragher.
They're making their presence known at the net. We haven't seen a hit really from the Mammoths when those two have been up. They've just resorting to tips as Chi, unfortunately, due to the rotation, has to check out, but Bennett comes in instead.
And a beautiful hit there as soon as she comes out by Charlotte Rasmussen.
And they're moving her around a bit. Off of the serve receive, you can sometimes get a different option for a hit because Rasmussen's on the right side of the court. She hits from the right side, harder to anticipate from the Jumbos, and Rasmussen effective from that.
That one dug up nicely. Maddie Yu puts it on a platter. Dumped over. They're going to have to save it. Yu. Harrison wide to Farragher, and the kill.
The serve receive has been so solid from the Jumbos. We saw DePoncia Pinero's pass directly to Maddie Yu. She didn't have to move, and that allowed them to execute a play where they ran a stack on the right side, a bit of a slide, where they put both hitters on that right side, which forced the Mammoths to have to make a play defensively, and they're unable to recover from it.
Liu pushes Reed all the way back. That's going to lead to a free ball. Bennett almost ran over her teammates, and then Claire Castor said, I don't think so.
That's a great adaptation for Brittany Bennett there, because your first responsibility is not to hit. You have to be aware of what's going on before you run back to hit, and she catches it quick enough to set up Liu to be able to get that set to heck.
Match point, Jumbos. Liu pushes it back. Rasmussen dug up. Liu sets it. Golden across. Hit on two. Harrison saves it. Liu. Lot of violations. Which way is it going? That's Jumbo's point, and that's your ball game. Final score 3-0. Jumbos. Jake, your closing thoughts?
That's an unfortunate but fitting way in this game with a net violation. As we saw it, way too many of at the start. Jumbo's coming away with a 3-0 win. Big result for them in NESCAC play as they hope to push themselves back up that standings to where they believe they belong after a NESCAC title last year.
That'll do it from us here in Cousins. I've been Riley. Alongside me has been Jake Flossie, Ryan Prune, and Brian Lee. As always, stay home safely.